This video made possible by the ICC Stellar Surveyors and subscribers like you.
Welcome back to Around the Verse. I'm Ben Lesnick. This week on the ATV interview, Jared sits down with David Swafford to talk about his history with Chris Roberts, and we hear from lighting artist Emre Switzer about the Nix landing zone. But first, I'm home alone again. Seriously though, where is everyone? Jared? That's about all that's going on right now. Now let's check in with David Swafford, our Director of Public Relations here at Cloud Imperium Games.
Thanks, guys. On this week's ATV Behind the Scenes, we sit down with associate lighting artist Emre Switzer. Emre, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Good. Now, you've been doing the lighting for Area 18, for the lighting revamps for our hangars, and coming up next, we're going to see your lighting on the Nix landing zone.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we were hoping we could sit down and take a look at a little bit about what goes into creating the lighting for one of our landing zones.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. You got the wheel. Take us through it.
All right, so this right here is the level without any lighting, really. There's a basic environment probe in here for global ambient terms. So we have a nice, blue. That's mainly just from the sky. But if we go in, this doesn't really look that good.
Yeah.
So if I go in here, I'll just start turning on different layers, and that'll show what the scene, what I'm actually doing. So the first thing is the ambient. So I go and I place down an environment probe, which is this entity right here. And this basically captures the scene. It captures it in a 360-degree angle and puts it in a texture, which looks just like this. And this gets reprojected back onto the scene as the ambient term, which is essentially the bounce lighting. Most games aren't able to compute you can't ray trace everything, so we use we split our direct and our indirect lighting into our ambient and direct lighting. And so this is the ambient. So this is all the bounce lighting that's going on. And so you can see it's pretty dark compared to the exterior lighting.
Yeah, but it's a good start though.
Yeah, it's definitely a good start, but it's nowhere close to where it should be.
No.
So the next thing I do is I place down our direct, which is the other component. So I can go and enable that. And so already you can see it looks quite a bit better. And then after that, we layer in fog and other atmospheric effects, and it gives the full look. And let me just toggle those off and on again.
So how many lights are we looking at here right now?
Probably in this area, only around 12 to 20, I would say.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously, in a full landing site, there's going to be a lot more, anywhere from a couple hundred to even 1,000 or so. Because these maps are gigantic. So I can fly on through.
Lighting really does make the level.
So I'll toggle all the layers on again, or off again. That's before, that's ambient, that's direct, and then that's your volumetrics. So, yeah. One of the other things we have to keep in mind, though, is performance. And so that's a huge aspect of the game, and making it run on everybody's PCs, right? So let me go ahead and toggle off some of the other layers here, just so that we can get a better representation of performance. And this right here is our lighting overlap. So basically every single light has a frustrum, which it affects, which is an area that it computes on. And so if you have a light, you can kind of see these spherical shapes within the scene, and there's also cones that you can see the sphere pretty well. So that's a light, basically. So if I turn it off again, you have this light, and it's affecting this area. And so you don't want to have overlapping lights, and that's what this is demonstrating. So the darker the values are, so purple and blue values are really good, white values aren't so good. So there's probably a little bit of work to be done there.
What happens when you have overlapping lights?
Oh, so it has to do more passes on the GPU to figure out what color it should shade. So you don't want to do that. You want to have it be as simple and as efficient as possible. And so if you're having tons of overlap, you don't have that. So
Gotcha.
that's something that we try to reduce as much as possible.
Imagine when you start, you throw in a whole bunch of lights, just playing around, and then start kind of reducing the way like a sculptor would reduce from a slab of marble.
Exactly. If you start with something that looks good, it's pretty easy to go in and actually make it perform better, but you can't really take something that's efficient and make it pretty.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of the trade-off. Let me go ahead and show the lighting only. So if I go here and just put on a really basic flat material, you can see how the lighting affects the scene. So fly through it again. So this is mainly just lighting. It's got some specular reflection and some other stuff going on, but that's that. So yeah, let me go ahead and unhide all the other layers so we can take a look around.
Warn me when that's going to come up, man. Jeez. All right, guys, this is the next landing zone. It looks kind of cool. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't look super, super amazing, just super amazing. Jeez.
Yeah.
So now the skybox with the sun there, is the sun actually providing a source of light at all?
Yeah, absolutely. So the interior setup is pretty different from how we handled the exterior. So the exterior, actually, if I go here to the time of day tool, there's around, I think, close to 100 variables that you can play with. That controls everything from, just slide this over here, the horizon color, which you can notice change right over here, to the fog color, as well as other elements like sun color. So you can really go in and tweak every single value. And the sun is on a different system than light. It uses cascades, which means that you can get shadows that go out a lot farther than standard lights. So yeah, you can have shadows on distant objects like this, and I think even these asteroids cast shadows. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
And as quickly as he gives it to us, he takes it away.
I'll go exterior again.
Wow. Next is kind of cool. All right, anything else you can show us? I know you had the self-land going on in the
Oh
background.
yeah, I got self-land. So this is the new hangar relight for the self-land hangar. So we're working on trying to get this over to the release builds, as previously mentioned. Yeah, it's a bit of a long process. There's quite a few issues coming up all at once in regards to the hangars, but hopefully it'll be in soon. But yeah, so this is what it should look like if you have a constellation.
Hopefully by the time this airs, this is what it will look like in your hangar. All right, Emma. Thanks so much for taking us through. I don't think anybody will ever have any doubts about how important lighting is to creating the scene. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Now it's time for this week's MVP. But there's no one here. So stuff it, I'm gonna give it to Ezi Adama, the guy who creates the incredible CIG photoshops on the forums. Just look at these masterpieces. Adama, you keep us entertained here all the time, and we appreciate your strange, wonderful hobby. That's it for Around the Verse today and for Star Citizen in 2015. We'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone out there. It's been an incredible year for the team here at Cloud Imperium, and we are excited about 2016. Hope you're all relaxing with your families and ready to ring in what's going to be a very exciting year for hopefully Star Citizen and everyone. With that, we will say thank you, Happy New Year, and we will see you next time on Around the Verse.
What did I miss?